Well, good evening, good evening. What's going on, everybody? How's everyone doing tonight? Welcome to a new Pro Wrestling Talk live stream. Haven't done one of these in a while. Brought to you by the U to the Tube and Facebook, which is brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming. Already messing up my words. I'm your host, Blitzball Champ, Jason Ingram. So, as I said, hadn't done one of these in a while, but wanted to talk about a couple of things and, just discuss some general pro wrestling topics that were on my mind. And I also wanted to go over the current standings of the New Japan Pro Wrestling Super Junior Tag League 2023, as well as the Stardom 13th Goddess of Stardom Tag League. Unfortunately, another injury update, and just the injury bug has really hit the pro wrestling industry pretty badly, especially with examples like Stardom, amongst many others. So yeah, it's rough out there. The injury bug is never fun, and it has no favorites. So, but yeah, it is Tuesday, October 31st of 2023. Hope everybody's had a good start to their week. Mine, not too bad. Not too bad at all. But I want to get into the tournament talk first, and then get into some of the more general discussions. So, I'm going to start off. You know what? Let's start off with the New Japan Pro Wrestling Best of Super Junior, or Super Junior Tag League. I'm sorry. Super Junior Tag League. It has been quite an interesting tournament so far. Really, really interesting. And it's coming down to the wire. Because remember, the finals will be at Power Struggle, which is this Sunday. As a matter of fact, it is, or actually no, it's this Saturday. It's this Saturday, November 4th. And Power Struggle will have the finals of the Super Junior Tag League. And it's pretty much right around the corner. They're in the process of wrapping up matches, the remaining matches, as it gets closer. So let's go ahead and let's look at the current standings of the Super Junior Tag League 2023. Okay, so there's quite a lot to go through, and I know spreadsheet doesn't catch. I couldn't catch the whole entire spreadsheet in the window, but we're gonna scroll through. We're gonna make this work. Okay, Super Junior Tag League 2023. Let's start from the bottom. So, sitting at the bottom right now, we have one team that has 2 points with a record of 1-6. And that is Just Five Guys, which is Doki and Taka Michinoku. Now, they have the one victory over Yo and Musashi, but then have losses to the Intergalactic Jet Setters, Bushi and Teton of LIJ, the Ichiban Sweet Boys, Catch 22, Bullet Club War Dogs, and House of Torture. And as a matter of fact, they only have 2 matches left, which is against Ryusuke Taguchi and the DKC, and El Desperado and Master Wato. But they are mathematically eliminated from this tournament. Too many losses, so they have no chance of winning this tournament or even making it to the finals. Can't say that I'm surprised. I mean, it's not a strong team. Let's just keep it real. It's not a strong team. So, just got to keep it real. But it is what it is. It is what it is. All right. Let's keep going. So they're at the bottom with 2 points. We have one team right now that has 4 points on a record of 2-5. And that is the team of Ryusuke Taguchi and the DKC. So 2-5. They have victories over Bushi and Teton and the Ichiban Sweet Boys. But they have losses to Yo and Musashi, the Intergalactic Jet Setters, El Desperado, Master Wado, Catch 2-2, and House of Torture. And they only have 2 matches left, which are against Just Five Guys and Bullet Club War Dogs. Ooh, yeah. I don't see them finishing too well. But even still, they too are mathematically eliminated from the tournament. So, yeah. Sucks for them. Even with the butt stuff from Ryusuke Taguchi, still wasn't enough to really help them get far into this tournament. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Okay, 1 second. Alrighty, let's keep it going. So we have, let's see. We have 2 teams currently with records of 3-4 that both have 6 points each. And those 2 teams are the Ichiban Sweet Boys and Yo and Musashi. So let's start off with the Ichiban Sweet Boys. The Ichiban Sweet Boys are made up of Robbie Eagles and Kosei Fujita of TMDK. So they have victories over Yo and Musashi, Just Five Guys, and House of Torture. But they have losses to Catch 2-2, El Desperado, Master Wado, Ryusuke Taguchi and the DKC, and the Intergalactic Jet Setters. Their 2 remaining matches are against Bushi and Teton and Bullet Club War Dogs. Now, they're not quite out of it yet, but they are in danger of elimination. Being that the top 2 teams have 10 points right now, and the way this tournament goes is the top 2 teams meet each other in the finals. So they are still they're still in there, but they're going to need to win out. They cannot afford another loss. So they need to win these final 2 matches so they can get 10 points and have a shot. Now, what's really gonna be tough though is, well, now that I think about it, well, actually, yeah, they still have a shot because they can win out and they could own the tiebreaker over House of Torture. So they're still in it. They're definitely still in it, but they have to win out. They have to win out. They need House of Torture to lose their remaining matches, and then they could actually, stand a chance because they have the tiebreaker over House of Torture. They don't have the tiebreaker over El Desperado and Master Wado. So tricky, really, really tricky situation. But they are still technically in it. But if they lose again, then they're out. They're definitely out if they lose again. Okay, Yo and Musashi, they also have the same record, 3-4, 6 points. They have victories over Ryusuke Taguchi and the DKC, El Desperado Master Wado, and Catch 2-2, but they have losses against. They have losses to Just Five Guys, and the Ichiban Sweet Boys, Bullet Club War Dogs, and House of Torture. And their final 2 matches will be against the Intergalactic Jet Setters and Bushi and Teton of LIJ. So, let's see. I think they're pretty much in the same situation. They do have the tiebreaker over El Desperado and Master Wado. They don't have the tiebreaker over Ichiban Sweet Boys. So the only chance they have is they need to win out. They need the top 2 teams to lose out. And then Yo Musashi will actually have a chance. It's going to be difficult because they have to win out and they need help. But it's not impossible. So they're still in it, but they got a tough road. I mean, their final 2 matches are against Bushi, Teton, and Intergalactic Jet Setters. That's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. But, I mean, with tournaments like this, it's never a guarantee. That's for sure. Okay. So, next we have 4 teams. 4 teams with 8 points apiece. All 4 of them with a record of 4-3. Those teams are Bullet Club War Dogs, Catch 2-2, Bushi and Teton, and Intergalactic Jet Setters. All have 8 points. So let's start with the... You know what? Let's start with the Intergalactic Jet Setters since I'm there already. So 4-3, 8 points. They have victories over Bullet Club War Dogs, the Ichiban Sweet Boys, Just Five Guys, and Ryusuke Taguchi DKC. They have losses to El Desperado Master Wado, Bushi and Teton, and House of Torture. Their final 2 matches are against Yo and Musashi and Catch 2-2. So they actually got a pretty tough final 2 matches. Those could go either way. But, you know, Intergalactic Jet Setters, you know, have been doing pretty well in this tournament. So I feel like they definitely have a chance to at least win one, if not both, of their final 2 matches. But we'll see. We'll see. Okay. Let's see. Let's take a look at Bushi and Teton. So Bushi and Teton, 4-3. They have victories over House of Torture, Catch 2-2, Just Five Guys, and Intergalactic Jet Setters. So they've actually beaten some key teams. But they have also lost to Ryusuke Taguchi DKC, El Desperado Master Wado, Bullet Club War Dogs. And then their final matches will be against the Ichiban Sweet Boys and Yo and Musashi. So it's been an interesting tournament for them, but like I said, they've actually gotten some pretty big wins. I mean, over the Intergalactic Jet Setters, they've beaten them. They've beaten Catch 2-2. Actually, I need to fix this. Hold on, let me fix this. Let me fix this. I knew I had something messed up. I want to make sure everything is consistent. Okay, there we go. And then let me go over to these. LIJ should all say LIJ. Okay, is that good? Yeah, I think that's good. Okay. Let me go ahead and save it. Bam. All right. So yeah, Bushi and Teton, they've looked pretty good this tournament. But yeah, their final two matches, Ichiban Sweet Boys and Yo Musashi. I mean, they got a good shot to win out. They got a pretty good shot to win out. I think they do. I think they have a pretty good shot to win out. But we shall see. All right. Catch 2-2. That's United Empire's TJP and Francesco Akira. Also, 8 points, 4-3 record. They have victories over the Ichiban Sweet Boys, Just Five Guys, El Desperado Master Wado, and Ryusuke Taguchi DKC. But they have losses to Yo Musashi, LIJ Bushi Teton, and the Bullet Club War Dogs. Their final matches will be against House of Torture and Intergalactic Jet Setters. Now, those are two pretty difficult final matches for Catch 2-2, but definitely winnable. Definitely winnable. And I think a big key thing was they've beaten El Desperado Master Wado, which is one of the teams that's in the top two. So they definitely have a shot to win out. It's just going to be tough. Their final two matches are going to be really tough. But, you know, Catch 2-2, former two-time IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions. You know, they're definitely capable. Definitely capable. So, should be good. Should be really good. I mean, they were one of my picks that I honestly felt had a good chance of winning this tournament. So, we'll see how they finish out as it gets closer to Saturday for Power Struggle. And then the last team with 8 points is Bullet Club War Dogs. That's Drilla Maloney and Clark Connors. Of course, they are the current IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions. And they've been really good champions. They've been good champions. But yeah, 8 points, 4-3 record. They have wins over Catch 2-2, LIJ Bushi Teton, Just Five Guys, and Yo Musashi. But they have losses to Intergalactic Jet Setters, El Desperado Master Wado, and House of Torture. Let's see. Their final matches are against Ryusuke Taguchi DKC and Ichiban Sweet Boys. So they kind of have an easy path. It's no guarantee, but they have an easy path with these final two matches. So, and they're the champs. So, yeah, I think they have a good chance of finishing out, winning their final two matches. But, I mean, it's not often that we see, you know, the champs win the tournament. But they could end up being in the finals. It's very possible. But yeah. And then we have two teams right now that are the top two. Both have 5-2 records and both have 10 points each. And they are El Desperado and Master Wado and House of Torture. Ugh. Freaking House of Torture. Ugh. Dang it. I can't stand House of Torture. But let's start with House of Torture. House of Torture, made up of Sho and Yoshinobu Kanemaru. It wasn't too long ago that Yoshinobu Kanemaru turned on Just Five Guys and joined House of Torture. But they have 10 points, 5-2 record. They have victories over the Bullet Club War Dogs, Just Five Guys, Ryusuke Taguchi DKC, Intergalactic Jet Setters, and Yo Musashi. And their two losses were against LIJ and the Ichiban Sweet Boys. Their final two matches will be against Catch 2-2 and El Desperado Master Wado. So they got a tough road for their final 2 matches. I know they're currently one of the top 2, but those last 2 matches will not be easy for them. But, you know, they've been on a roll. They've been on a roll, and you know House of Torture is going to resort to shenanigans anyway. So just be on the lookout for that, because that's what they do. That is what they do. It's annoying, but they're a heel faction. So you know how it is. And then El Desperado, Master Wato. Quite an interesting pairing, but they are 5-2 and have 10 points. They have victories over the Intergalactic Jet Setters, Ryusuke Taguchi DKC, LIJ, Ichiban Sweet Boys, and Bullet Club War Dogs. So some big wins there. Their 2 losses have been to Catch 22 and Yo Musashi. And their final 2 matches will be against Just 5 Guys and House of Torture. So, I don't see them losing the Just 5 Guys. House of Torture, that's going to be tough. That's going to be tough. So, yeah. That is really, really going to be tough. But, so far, those are our 2 top teams. House of Torture and El Desperado Master Wato. To be honest with you, I really hope House of Torture doesn't make it to the finals. But I got a bad feeling they might. I got a real bad feeling they might. Oh, man. I got to keep it real. I have a bad feeling that they probably are going to make it to the finals, which would suck so much. But I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong, because I don't like them. But it's been a good tournament so far. It's been a really good tournament so far. And you know what? Like I said, they have matches left. So the remaining schedule leading up to the finals, which is Power Struggle. So yeah, they just have 2 more nights of matches, which is tomorrow, November 1st, and the day after, November 2nd. So that's Wednesday and Thursday. So Saturday is November 4th. That's when Power Struggle is. That's when the finals will be. So, yep, they're finishing up. We should pretty much have a good idea of who is going to make it. Well, we're going to have a better idea after tomorrow of who's not going to make it. And I think it's going to come down to a few teams and the final match to really see who seals the deal, who the top 2 teams are. And the way it works is the winning team that wins the tournament gets a trophy and usually gets a title shot at the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Championships, which they might save until Wrestle Kingdom, which I think would make sense. You know, have them have their title shot at Wrestle Kingdom. I think that would make the most sense. And then, not too long after finishing up the Super Junior Tag League, it'll be time to start the World Tag League, which will start Monday, November 20th. So, that is pretty much before the... No, yeah, that's during Thanksgiving week. Yeah, it's during Thanksgiving week. So, that should be interesting. But yeah, so that will do it for that tournament. And I think they're still finishing up the card for Power Struggle. I don't think they have the complete card yet. Well, they won't have the complete card until we know who the final 2 teams are. but it's coming. But just to kind of give y'all an idea of the upcoming schedule for New Japan Pro Wrestling. So the November 1st and 2nd are the final two Super Junior Tag League preliminary block matches. And you'll know who the finalists will be. Power Struggle is this Saturday, November 4th. And then November 10th, we got Lone Star Shootout. NJPW Strong Lone Star Shootout. That will be in Texas. And then the day after, November 11th, they have Anjo Rainy Days. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of card they put together for that. And then we have, let's see, and then the New Japan Road begins November 11th, and that goes from November 11th to November 19th for New Japan Road. And then we have the World Tag League, which starts November 20th, and that goes to December 10th. So December 10th will be the finals of that. And then going into next year, Wrestle Kingdom 18, January 4th. And Battle in the Valley, January 13th. But I'm pretty sure they're going to announce New Year's Dash at some point. At least I would think so. But we shall see. John Elite, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. How you doing? Is Moxley good to go for Power Struggle on Saturday? That's a good question. I haven't seen anything. I haven't seen any update that says that, you know, he's taken off the card. So I think it's safe to say that he should be good for Power Struggle. But yeah, I haven't heard any update saying otherwise. So as far as I know, he should still be good to go. But good question, though. Good question. Definitely something to keep an eye on. But as far as I know, yes, he should be good to go for Power Struggle. Okay. Now, let's switch gears to the 13th Goddess of Stardom Tag League. Quite a lot. Quite a lot has happened. And like I said, just coming off of that really awful Halloween Dark Night 2023 show. I'm sorry, that show was terrible. That show was terrible. But let's see what the current standings are for the Goddess of Stardom Tag League. Okay, we're going to start with the Red Goddess block. Okay, now just a FYI, I do have some of the dates down for when the next upcoming matches are, but not all of them. But thankfully on the Stardom website, they do have the schedule of the remaining dates for when the remaining matches will be leading up to the final. So I will go over that. Okay, so Red Goddess block. Right now, we have two teams sitting at the bottom with 0 points. One is on an 0-2 record. The other's on an 0-3 record. So those two teams with 0 points right now are Mafia Bella and Maximum and Mini. So let's take a look at Maximum and Mini, which is Saya Ida and Hanako. So they are 0-3 with 0 points. They have losses to Concave, NX-Con Convex, Crazy Star, and Moonlight Venus. They have 3 matches left. They're not out of it yet, but they are in danger of elimination. They really cannot afford another loss. So they have to win out. And their final 3 matches will be against Mafia Bella, Prominence, and XL. So tough, really, really tough road for them, especially considering they have yet to win a match. So they better get on the ball. But at the same time, it's kind of a weak pairing. Let's just keep it real. It's a weak pairing. So okay, and then Mafia Bella also has 0 points, but they have a record of 0-2. And their 2 losses were against Crazy Star and XL. They have 4 matches left, so they still have to face Concave and X-Con Convex, Maximum and Mini, Moonlight Venus, and Prominence. But kind of unusual for Mafia Bella, which is Tekla and Julia, to start off winless. It's kind of weird. You know, of course, Julia is the current Artist of Stardom champion and NJPW Strong Women's champion. So, they'll probably start winning soon. Probably start winning very soon. At least that's what I'm counting on. Okay. We then have one team. We have one team right now that has a record of 1-1 with 2 points. And that is Moonlight Venus, which is Waka Tsukiyama and Mina Shirakawa. So they have the 1 victory over Maximum and Mini, but the 1 loss to Concave and X-Con Convex. And their final matches will be against XL, Prominence, Crazy Star, and Mafia Bella. So definitely a hard road ahead of them, but we'll see how it goes. I mean, Waka is usually the weak link. So, but they have won 1 match, but of course it was against the weakest team. You know, if I can keep it real. But we'll see how the rest of these matches go. Maybe they can squeeze out another win, but I don't see them winning a lot, to be honest with you. Not with Waka on the team. Nah, that ain't happening. All right. We got one team right now that has a record of 1-0-1, and that is Prominence with 3 points. Risa Sera, Kurumi Hiragi of Prominence. So they have the 1 victory over Concave and X-Con Convex and the 1 draw with Crazy Star. So remember, draws, you get 1 point for a draw. All right. Their remaining matches are against XL, Moonlight Venus, Maximum and Mini, and Mafia Bella. So, you know, they got a winnable match or 2, and then the others will be kind of difficult. But, you know, Prominence, they haven't lost a match yet, so, you know, they're off to a decent start. Okay. We have 2 teams right now with 4 points apiece. One has a record of 2-2. The other has a record of 2-0. Those teams are Concave and X-Con Convex and XL. So let's take a look at XL first. XL, that is Natsuko Tora and Momo Watanabe, of course, from Oedo Tai. They have their 2 victories over Mafia Bella and Concave and X-Con Convex. So they're off to a good start. Their remaining matches are against Maximum and Mini, Crazy Star, Moonlight Venus, and Prominence. So, I could see them winning at least 2 of those matches. The other 2 will probably be pretty difficult. But But yeah, right now undefeated. Good start so far, but I think they'll probably drop one or two in the coming days. But we shall see. All right, and the other team that has 4 points, that's Concave NXCon Convex. That's Shuri and Saki Kashima. On a record of 2-2, they have victories over Maximum and Mini and Moonlight Venus, but losses to Prominence and XL. And then their final matches will be against Mafia Bella and Crazy Star. So, those are actually two difficult final matches for them. Crazy Star and Mafia Bella, that's going to be tough. That's going to be really tough for them. I mean, they can pull it off, but I don't see it happening. Yeah, I don't see it happening. They might win one of those matches, but both of them, I don't see it. I don't see it at all. Okay. And then, finally, sitting at the top of the Red Goddess block with a record of 2-0-1 with 5 points, your leader, Crazy Star. Crazy Star. Suzu Suzuki and Mei Sarah. The team that I've been rooting for in the Red Goddess block. They're at the top. They got victories over Mafia Bella and Maximum and Mini, and they have the one draw with Prominence. All right, their final matches will be against Concave on NXCon Convex, Moonlight Venus, and XL. So they do have a tough road. I could see them beating Moonlight Venus, but I think XL and Concave NXCon Convex are probably going to be their two hardest matches. So, but you know what? I could still see Crazy Star pulling this one out and making it to the finals, winning the Red Goddess block. I feel like it's probably either going to be them or XL. I think it's going to be them or XL. But yeah. Right now, Crazy Star is pretty comfortable right now. They haven't lost a match. But then again, XL hasn't lost a match either. So it could really go either way. Hey, Ricardo, welcome to the stream. Says, hello, everyone. I hope you all had a safe and happy Halloween. Going to get some sleep to get ready for Ganjo Pro tomorrow on Wrestle Universe. Oh, yeah, I did remember seeing the card for that. I think it was a pretty nice card. Not to mention, I think that is Saki Akai's last match and appearance on Gan Pro. So yeah. And I think Takumi Aroha is wrestling for that promotion, for that date as well. But yeah, last time I checked, it was a pretty good card. Okay. Let's move on to Blue Goddess. Okay. Blue Goddess block. This is where it gets a little sad. So, unfortunately, and I'll go ahead and mention it since they are at the bottom and they're done. They're eliminated. They're done. Even though we have 5 teams sitting at 2 points apiece, I'm going to go ahead and put a spotlight on Fukuoka Double Crazy. Final record is 1-5, 2 points. Unfortunately, due to Koguma's injury and them taking the extra precautions to make sure it doesn't get any more serious, they've had her withdraw. She's withdrawn from the rest of this tournament. Therefore, Fukuoka Double Crazy is unfortunately eliminated. Fukuoka Double Crazy, that was Hazuki and Koguma. They had the one victory over Eye Contact. They had They had losses to Mirai Saku and O2 line, and then they had to forfeit the rest of their matches due to the injury. So, yeah, and I'll talk a little bit about the injury bug has really hit Stardom hard, y'all. I mean, I know Lady C was out temporarily. She had a sickness, but I believe she should be coming back. But for a moment, you had her. Natsupoi is out with the, I think it's a hernia. I forgot what type of hernia it was. But her and Utami Hayashishita had the same injury. They're out. I know Azumi was out for a bit, but I think she's should be back and good to go. I believe Aya Sakura is still out. And now Koguma's out now. So just a lot of folks injured. You know, the injury bug has really hit Stardom pretty hard. And of course, let's not forget Saya Kamitani, the Golden Phoenix. She's still out. There's no telling when she's going to be back. So, really unfortunate time for Stardom. But, you know, they got that crazy schedule. You know, I feel like after tournaments and like big events, they should probably give the ladies a little bit more time off. I mean, I know they do have regular shows and whatnot, but I think they really should consider adjusting the schedule some, especially whenever they have tournaments going on. Otherwise, like, it's really gonna end up not working too well for the ladies. I think it's really gonna end up taking a toll on their bodies in the long run. So, just something that I really feel like they need to seriously consider adjusting the schedule. I mean, they already have a lot of tournaments, and they have a good number of pay-per-views. Because I mean, you have to think tournament-wise. Well, let's see. Before I continue, let's see how many tournaments they have. They got the Cinderella tournament. They got the 5-Star Grand Prix. They got the Goddess of Stardom Tag League. I assume the Triangle Derby will be a thing. They had that this year, but I assume that will be an annual thing. So, I mean, okay, so they have 4 tournaments. But, you know, over the course of these tournaments, I mean, the dates are pretty spread out, well, to a degree. But because they have those on top of their regular shows and their pay-per-view shows, I mean, that just really seems like a lot. And not to mention, they got, you know, the rookie shows, you know, the New Blood shows that sometimes happen right before a pay-per-view or right before a tournament show. You know what I mean? So it's a lot. It's a lot. But speedy recovery to all these ladies. I mean, hopefully everybody can recover and get back to what they do best. But it just sucks to see how badly the injury bug has striked Stardom. But anyway, so yeah, unfortunately, Fukuoka Double Crazy are eliminated due to forfeiting the rest of their matches. Okay, so the other teams that have 2 points, we got 2 teams with a record of 1-1 and 2 with a record of 1-0. So those 4 teams are Mirai Saku, Cosmic Angels, O2 Line, and Reiwa Tokyo Towers. Let's look at Reiwa Tokyo Towers. That's Ami Sourei and Lady C. So they have a record of 1-1, 2 points. They have the forfeit victory over Fukuoka Double Crazy. And then they have the 1 loss to Define Kingdom. So their remaining matches are against Eye Contact, Mirai Saku, Cosmic Angels, O2 Line. And to be honest with you, I really don't see them. I could see them maybe winning against O2 Line, but that's about it. They might get lucky and defeat Cosmic Angels. I mean, maybe Yuna Mizumori gets pinned and Miyu Yamasaki gets pinned, but those are really the only two teams I could see them possibly picking up wins over. But I wouldn't hold my breath, just to keep it real. Because I mean, Lady C's a jobber, so let's just keep it real. Okay. Next up, O2 Line. O2 Line, 2 points, 1-0. They have the one victory over Fukuoka Double Crazy, which they actually beat Fukuoka Double Crazy. So they have that. Their final matches, their remaining matches will be against Divine Kingdom, Eye Contact, Mirai Saku, Cosmic Angels, and Reiwa Tokyo Towers. This is another team I don't see getting far. But, I mean, I think they got a shot against Cosmic Angels and Reiwa Tokyo Towers. But, maybe a draw in one of those matches. But, we'll see. We shall see. Alright, Cosmic Angels, which is Tam Nakano, Yuna Mizumori, they are 1-0, which they only just have the forfeit victory over Fukuoka Double Crazy. They haven't had any of their other matches, but they have to face Divine Kingdom, Eye Contact, Mirai Saku, O2 Line, and Reiwa Tokyo Towers. So it'll be really interesting to see what they can do. Like I said, it wasn't that long ago that Yuna Mizumori finally became an official member of Cosmic Angels. So we have to see how she does teamed up with Tam Nakano. Tam might have to carry her, but we shall see. And then Mirai Saku. Mirai Saku has a record of 1-1. That's Mirai and Mai Sakurai. They have the one victory over Fukuoka Double Crazy and the one loss to Eye Contact. Their remaining matches will be against Divine Kingdom, Cosmic Angels, O2 Line, and Reiwa Tokyo Towers. Well, I don't think they'll end up getting too far, but I could see them winning some of their remaining matches. Yeah, they might win maybe two more matches, one or two more. But I think they have a shot to at least make it interesting. Do I see them winning the Blue Goddess block? No. But they'll probably make it interesting. Okay, and then we have two teams sitting at the top of the Blue Goddess block, both with 4 points apiece, both on 2-1 records, and they are Divine Kingdom and Eye Contact. So let's take a look at Eye Contact. That's Mayu Iwatani and Hanan. They have record of 2-1, 4 points. They have victories over Mirai Saku and Divine Kingdom, but the one loss to Fukuoka Double Crazy. Their remaining matches are against Cosmic Angels, O2 Line, and Reiwa Tokyo Towers. To be honest, I think they have a good chance of making it out of the Blue Goddess block, especially with a key victory over Divine Kingdom. I think that's big. I think that's really big for them. So, honestly, I could see Eye Contact making it out of the Blue Goddess block. I mean, honestly, I could see them beating Reiwa Tokyo Towers. I could see them beating O2 Line. I think really Cosmic Angels, that's going to be questionable. That's going to be questionable. But the other two matches I could see as wins, to be honest with you. Maybe O2 line might be a draw or could go either way, but honestly, I think Eye Contact has a really good shot of making it out of the Blue Goddess block. And then you have Divine Kingdom, the other 2-1 team with 4 points. Divine Kingdom, that's Micah and Megan Bayne. They have victories over Reiwa Tokyo Towers, and they have the forfeit victory over Fukuoka Double Crazy, and they have the one loss to Eye Contact. Their final matches are against Mirazaku, Cosmic Angels, O2 Line. Now, here's where it gets interesting, because, I mean, Megan Bayne and Micah, like, there's quite a story. There's quite a story with that, because, you know, Micah was pretty disappointed in the fact that she lost in the finals of the 5-Star Grand Prix to Suzu Suzuki, and Megan Bayne's kind of been the one to, like, pretty much comfort her, you know, to a degree, and therefore, which kind of led to Megan Bayne and Micah being, you know, the team for this tournament. So, honestly, this could be the comeback for Micah, and she wins the Blue Goddess block, and they end up winning the Goddess of Stardom Tag League. I think you have to really consider Divine Kingdom to potentially be the favorite. Even though I understand that Eye Contact, I think, has a good shot, but I think storyline-wise, to be honest with y'all, I think storyline-wise, I think it makes sense for the finals to be Crazy Star versus Divine Kingdom, with Divine Kingdom winning the 13th Goddess of Stardom Tag League. I just really feel like that makes the most sense. I think that makes the most sense. It just, like, I mean, I know, like I said, I understand that I originally really wanted Fukuoka Double Crazy versus Crazy Star in the finals. That was like the perfect dream scenario for me. But looking at it from a story standpoint, Crazy Star versus Divine Kingdom in the finals makes the most sense, with Divine Kingdom winning the tournament. The only other thing is, so here, let me put it back to me. The only other thing is that, do you really want Micah in another tag team title run? Because honestly, I really feel like she should be in the singles title run. Because when you think about it, she's already a former Goddess of Stardom champion with Himeka, and she's already been an Artist of Stardom champion, you know, Mai Hime Poi. So, I really, it's tough. It's tough. Because it would really be disappointing for her and Megan Bayne to win the Goddess of Stardom Tag League only for them to lose in the title match. But I just feel like, but if you do that, you put the tag title back on Micah, and let's keep it real, y'all. Micah's ready for another singles title run. She's only had one, which has been the Future of Stardom Championship. I think it's seriously time to start considering Micah for a singles title run. Now, will Stardom end up doing that? I'm not going to hold my breath. I mean, we saw how things went with Mina Shirakawa's singles title run. I mean, she's had 2 in Stardom, and they were extremely short. Remember, her Future of Stardom championship run, extremely short. I think it was like, what, 13 days or less? And then her Wonder of Stardom title run. She got in 1 defense and then lost the 2nd defense in a double title match, which was freaking stupid that it even came down to that. So, I don't know, y'all. I just... And you know, Lady C has till November 14th to challenge and potentially win the Future of Stardom Championship. Because once November 14th hits, she's past her 3-year mark. Which means she would no longer be eligible to compete for the Future Stardom Championship. So, they're just, I don't know. I just really feel like they're dropping the ball with some of the booking in Stardom. I really feel like they're dropping the ball. But we'll see how this goes. We'll see how this goes. So, according to Stardom's schedule, so when it comes to the remaining Goddess of Stardom Tag League matches, you got matches this. You got matches November 3rd and 4th. Actually, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. So November 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And then the 10th, 11th, and 12th. So 10th and 11th, and then the 12th is the finals. So that's what they have on Stardom's website for their schedule for remaining Goddess of Stardom Tag League matches. And don't forget, November 10th is when Mayu Iwatani is going to be in the States for her title defense, her IWGP Women's Championship defense against Stephanie Venker. So, we got that. So it's going to be really interesting. And I also saw a post that they're going to have a press conference in the morning for Stardom New Blood West 1 and Stardom Gold Rush 2023. So probably going to start finalizing the card for both of those shows, or at least start building the card for both of those shows, because those shows happen back to back. November 17th is New Blood West 1. November 18th, Stardom Gold Rush 2023. Which, remember, Gold Rush is the event where Suzu Suzuki will cash in and have her championship match, her World of Stardom championship match against Tam Nakano. You know, of course, she earned that by winning the 5-star Grand Prix. So, didn't want to wait until Stardom Dream Queendom. So yeah. But, like I said, speedy recovery for all the ladies that are out with injuries in Stardom. So hopefully they, recuperate. Okay. So now just kind of transitioning to just some general pro wrestling talk. First off, I have to say congratulations to Lyra Valkyria on defeating the man, Becky Lynch, to become the new NXT Women's Champion. That was a phenomenal match. I mean, how incredible is that? 2 Irish ladies battling it out for the title in the main event. I mean, just that match did not disappoint whatsoever. That match went the distance, was back and forth, and what a moment for Lyra Valkyria. And just to see Becky Lynch really pass the torch to Lyra Valkyria, like, it was awesome. That was so awesome. And just an incredible match. An incredible match. And you know what? I gotta give credit to Becky Lynch. You know, in her short time of becoming NXT Women's Champion, which was only 42 days, she has defended the title successfully 4 times and lost it on the 5th. So, not bad. Not bad at all. For that short little stint, that month stint with NXT, not bad. So, just had to give props for Lyra Valkyria. Of course, Jade Cargill was in attendance for that. But me and one of my friends were talking about this. I think what's probably going to end up happening is the winner at Crown Jewel, the Fatal 5-Way for the Women's Championship, that's probably who Becky Lynch is going to set her sights on next. That's what I'm thinking. So, we'll see. But, I mean, looks like she might have to deal with Xia Li first. Think she might have to deal with Xia Li first. So, we'll see. John Elite says, Jade as Becky's next feud. She was looking at Jade before handing the title to Lyra. I have mixed feelings about that. Personally, I was thinking more towards Charlotte and Jade, not so much Becky and Jade. But at the same time, we don't even know where Jade is going to be showcased at as home base. Whether it's NXT, Raw, SmackDown, she's made an appearance on each. So we have no idea where she's even going to be at for home base. So, but if you ask me, I'd rather it be her and Charlotte feuding. Like, Jade and Becky, I have mixed feelings about that. But, I mean, we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to see where home base is for Jade. I mean, I'm already not a fan of Jade anyways. But at the same time, I will say this. At least I can see them putting Jade up against legit opponents. Because let's keep it real, y'all. A lot of her matches in AEW were squashes against jobbers and nobodies. So, just keep that in mind. Let's see how she does against some legit talent. Have we seen Ava on TV since Schism is no longer a thing? So, if I remember correctly, there was a scene that I believe involved Paul Heyman and Ava Raine. It's been a while since that, but there was a scene with Ava Raine and Paul Heyman. So, gotta remember, Ava Raine is The Rock's daughter. So, could possibly be some sort of consideration for the bloodline, maybe? Just a thought. But yeah. There was a segment with Ava Raine and Paul Heyman. John Elite says Ava joins the bloodline tease. It could be. It could be. Like, there was literally, it was back in October, so it was like a short clip. It was a short clip But yeah, Ava and Paul Heyman were chatting one-on-one. So, could be. It could be. I mean, it makes sense. I wouldn't be against it. I wouldn't be against it. A big shocker for me. Chase University finally winning the NXT Tag Team Championships. That was a shocker for me. Because I felt like the tag title reign of the family wasn't really that long. Wasn't that long. I honestly thought that JC Jane and Thea Hale were going to sabotage the match and cost Chase U the titles. That's what I thought was going to happen. But, yeah. And don't get me wrong, I like Chase U, but I really did not think they were going to win the tag titles. I did not think they were going to win the tag titles. But, I mean, it is what it is, I guess. Because, I mean, they only had 3 defenses and lost it on the 3rd defense. But, it is what it is. John Elite says, who could be wearing the devil mask on AEW? To be honest, I don't even know. I don't even know anymore. I don't know if it's really just a swerve. Something tells me it's a swerve of some sort. Either Adam Cole on MJF or MJF in general, but something tells me it's a swerve. I don't know who, but it's a swerve of some sort that's probably going to throw us off. I know some folks were even hinting at this being a whole work and it's really CM Punk, but I doubt it. I highly doubt it. John Elite says, I was expecting a Chase U screw job. Yeah, me too. Me too. Me too. So, but we'll see what happens. So Lola Vice wins the NXT Women's Breakout Tournament. Honestly, I really think it should have been Kalani Jordan, but I mean, Elektra Lopez, interfered. So once that happened, that was pretty much a done deal. Speaking of Breakout Tournament, as a DPW fan, Deadlock Pro Wrestling, I'm sure maybe some of y'all have or haven't heard the news, but Lucky Ali and Jay Malachi both have been signed to WWE contracts, and word is that they are to report to the Performance Center starting in January. So, with that being said, DPW World Strongest is coming up next Sunday. Of course, we all know that Jay Malachi is the current DPW World's Champion. My guess is he probably will lose the title either next Sunday or in December with the anniversary show. And Lucky Ali has a I Quit match with Colby Carino, which I'm pretty sure Lucky Ali will lose that match, just as a way for them to write them off. I like Kalani's Spider-Gwen attire last week. Oh yeah, that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. I really thought she was going to win. I really did. Is David Finley's brother signed too? I don't... Oh yeah, Brogdon, right? I think his name is Brogdon. But yeah. I believe that is correct. But, yes, I am definitely looking so forward to Jay Malachi and Lucky Ali. And I just have a feeling that they are going to be in the men's breakout tournament. I think it would make the most sense. I think it would make the most sense. But we shall see. But I'm just really happy for them. I'm really, really happy for them to get this opportunity. And I hope they do. I hope they do well. I really, really do. Well, we got left on quite a cliffhanger in NXT with Trick Williams showing up and pretty much distracting Carmelo Hayes en route to his loss to Ilya Dragunov. Came to the ring, picked him up, and then the camera cut to Dragunov getting beat down by Baron Corbin. So left us on quite a cliffhanger there, which honestly, that was just freaking weird. John Elite says, what do you think of Lexus King, formerly Brian Pillman Jr. on NXT, from the entrance and ring to the promos? Pretty much like I thought it would be. You know, I definitely get the attitude. I get the look. I like the entrance, you know, coming out on the King's chair. I mean, I like it. It makes sense. It makes sense for him. So, I think it's good. I think it's good. It'll be interesting to see what kind of storyline, what kind of feud they put him in. But yeah. But, it'll be interesting to see when they have Lola Vice cash in her opportunity, which means she gets a shot at Lyra Valkyria. So, we'll have to see when she gets that title shot. Could be next week or, you know, we'll see. That just might be Lyra Valkyria's first title defense is against Lola Vice. You know, I'd be down. Wes Lee returning and attacking Dirty Dom, which honestly, do y'all have to keep putting Wes Lee in the North American title picture? Man, bump that dude up. Move on with him. Move him to the main roster or something. Like, quit putting him in that title picture. He's already had a great run with the North American title. It's time to upgrade him. It's time to move him to bigger and better things. Like, seriously. They need to move him to bigger and better things. I'm just saying. John Elite says, I'm a bit iffy on DIY's new music. Cool gear they had on Raw. I don't really have an opinion on the music. I mean, I guess it's okay. But definitely like the gear. Definitely like their that they're back together. You know, excellent tag team. John Elite says, call up Wes Lee already. Yeah, honestly, I think it's time. I think it's time. I really do. I think it's time for bigger and better things for Wes Lee. Not to mention, the dude had a phenomenal title run. I mean, he was North American champion for 269 days and had 12 successful defenses. 12 successful defenses. Or technically 11. I'm sorry. 11. So he has 11. 11 title defenses. I mean, shoot. It's crazy. Ah. Does Wes have the longest reign with the North American title, or is it still Dream, as in Velveteen Dream? I believe it is Wes. Oh, yes, definitely Wesley. Yes, Wesley. So Velveteen Dream had it for 231. Wesley had it for 269. So yeah, Wesley owns it. Yeah. Yeah, Wesley owns it. But yeah, good question. Good question. But yeah, like it's really time to move to upgrade him, move him on to, unless they plan on putting him in the main title picture, which I don't think they will. They need to go ahead and bump him up to the main roster. They need to get him up in there for like a mid card main roster title, because yeah, there's no point in putting that title back on him. There's no point at all. Let's see. But yeah, to be honest with y'all, I'm not really that excited about Crown Jewel. I mean, I'll give them credit. There's a lot of title matches for Crown Jewel, but I'm just really not that excited about it. I'm just really not that excited about it. You know, just gotta keep it real. Gotta keep it real. John Elite says, and Johnny is still the only 3-time North American champ, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, that is correct. Yes, that is correct. But, like, I mean, looking at these matches for Crown Jewel, Sami Zayn, JD McDonough, I mean, it's the kickoff. I mean, Women's Championship, Io Sky versus Bianca Belair. I mean, in all honesty, seen that matchup a good handful of times now. I mean, it'll be a good match for sure, but still, seen it a bunch. John Cena versus Solo Sikoa, don't care. Cody Rhodes versus Damian Priest, don't care. United States Championship on the line, Rey Mysterio, Logan Paul. Women's World Championship Fatal 5-Way match. Now that could be very interesting. That I would actually be invested in. Although I think it's going to be Rhea Ripley still. But I would be invested in that match, for sure. World Heavyweight Championship match, Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre. Yeah, because, I mean, both. I like both talent. Definitely think they'll put on a killer match. LA Knight versus Roman Reigns. I mean, who are we kidding? LA Knight ain't winning that match. LA Knight ain't winning that match. Come on. Come on now. Come on now. Roman Reigns barely even defends the title. Barely wrestles at that. So, I mean, just Crown Jewel just doesn't look exciting at all. I mean, I'll still check it out, but it just does not look exciting at all. You know, just gotta keep it real. Gotta keep it real. Just wondering, I guess, when Damian Priest is going to finally attempt to cash in, which, I mean, you know, Judgment Day, I think it's only a matter of time before they implode. But I think Imperium will implode first before Judgment Day. That's just my personal opinion. John Lee says, were the Street Profits ever heels when they were still in NXT? Nah. Angelo Dawkins was as a solo wrestler, but when the Street Profits were born, nah, they were faces. They were definitely faces. Yeah, man, their time in NXT was a lot of fun. Definitely a lot of fun. Thinking about AEW, I mean, MJF, Kenny Omega, that was solid. Good to see Abaddon actually get some action on TV, so that's good to see. Had a great match with Hikaru Shida. I mean, and that's the one thing I will say about AEW. AEW, like, they'll do, like, 2, maybe 3 things right, and then they'll do, like, 5 or 6 things wrong just right afterwards. It's just the lack of consistency. So that's probably my biggest complaint about AEW. John Elite says, if Damian does cash in, is it a successful one or fail? The last successful cash in when it comes to the men is Big E 2 years ago. To be honest, I think it's going to be a fail because I am not confident that they will put that title on Damian Priest. I'm not confident. I am not confident they will put that title on him. So, I'm going to have to say failed. World's End on December 30th. Oh, yes, in New York. Yes. So, Full Gear, November 18th. World's End, December 30th. And apparently, Tony Khan has an important major announcement to make tomorrow night on Dynamite. So, you know how it is when Tony Khan has big announcements. It's at the point where it could be anything. It could be anything. So, it's got a big announcement tomorrow on Dynamite. Some people probably think it's a streaming deal. But, guess we'll have to wait and see. John Lee says, maybe someone like JD screws Damian with the cash in. Yeah. Maybe tries to help and it fails. Backfires. Yeah, that makes sense. He tries to help and it backfires. So, the last couple of Tony Khan big announcements have been AEW All Access reality show, AEW All In London, and then AEW Collision on TNT. Well, in reverse order, but you know what I mean. So, it'll be interesting to see what this one is. It'll be very interesting. Also, speaking of AEW, so something that was shared with me. So, Mariah May, who was just recently in Stardom, now is not with Stardom. Mariah May, who was part of Club Venus, there was a video that she posted on her X/Twitter. And it was a little vignette. And apparently, in that background of that vignette, it said portrait of a wrestler. And come to find out that portrait of a wrestler is an independent UK photography group that has done pictures for current stars. Shout out to Hendrix for that information. Some folks are taking that as a hint that it could be AEW because it's similar to Toni Storm's current gimmick. That whole, like, video shooting Marilyn Monroe sort of on drugs sort of gimmick. So, maybe, but honestly, I think there's no telling where Mariah May is going to go. There's still no telling. John Lee says, is Nate showing up on Dynamite last week a one-off appearance or till Revolution next year? I don't know. Possibly we'll see him at Revolution. I mean, because we know that Revolution 2024 is where Sting will have his final match before retiring. So it could be a one-off, but I think he'll show up at Revolution. I think he'll be a part of Revolution. So that's my guess. That's my guess. I wouldn't be against it though. Do I like the Timeless Tony gimmick? Heck no. I think it's lame. I think it's so lame and cheesy. A type of gimmick like that on such a great wrestler like Toni Storm, freaking cheesy. So no, I hate it. I hate it. That's just as bad, if not worse, than Sari's anime schoolgirl gimmick she had back in NXT. Speaking of Sari, apparently the word is that she is in deep contract discussions about returning to wrestle in the United States of America. We don't know what promotion. Nothing has been said. We know that Sari has made some friends through NXT, which she has talked about as far as wanting to face again. But we all know how her run in NXT went. So it hasn't been disclosed which promotion or who she's been in deep contract talks with. But word is that it's possibly going to be something. It's probably going to end up being Skibon. I'm thinking it's either going to be Skibon or TNA. And the reason why I think it could be TNA is because, remember, Hard to Kill in 2024, January, that's when they begin the branding back to TNA Wrestling. And that could be good timing to bring her on board as a knockout. But I think it's Skibon. I really think it's Skibon. But we'll see. John Elite says, is Kairi done with her dates in Japan? I believe so. I did not see any others. So I believe so, John Elite. I do believe so. Because, I mean, it's about to be November. So, yes, I do believe that her dates in Japan are done. So, with November coming up, I think is when we're finally going to see Kairi. Because word is she has signed to return back to the WWE. And my guess is she's probably going to be in some sort of storyline with either Asuka or Io Sky. Either or. So, we'll see. But if you ask me, going back to Sari, if you ask me, I think she's either going to be in Skiban or TNA. Now, AEW, I really don't see them booking her well for AEW. I really don't. I mean, thankfully, they've done pretty well recently with Hikaru Shida, now 3-time AEW Women's World Champion. But, I mean, you know, still no Riho. You know. So, we'll see. John Lee says, when I first saw that video package for Bound for Glory, I was like, what the heck am I watching? I was shocked when it was TNA returning next year. I was shocked too, but I am very happy for them. I'm very happy for them. TNA will always have a place in my heart because of its uniqueness. They will always have a place in my heart. John Elite says, Sari and TNA. I could see it. I could actually see it. And the reason why I could see TNA being a good fit for her, look at what they've done with Trinity. The last couple of stints in WWE for Trinity / Naomi, they've been garbage. Garbage. Look at what they've done with Trinity since her debut in TNA and Impact Wrestling. I have no doubt they can do the same for Sari. I have no doubt whatsoever. Look at who else they've really put over there. I mean, look at Killer Kelly, Masha Slamovich, Jordan Grace, Deonna Purrazzo. You know, Trinity. Like, they've put a lot of names over in that Knockouts division. So I have no doubt they would do well if they had Sari. John Elite says, do you see Ospreay going to WWE once his contract expires next year? So, rumor is that he's signing with AEW. That's what the rumor is, that he's signing with AEW, but hasn't been confirmed. To be honest, he could probably get the biggest check in WWE, but as far as utilized, well, I don't see it. Personally, I can't see him being utilized to his full potential in WWE. I just can't. I can't. I can't. John Elite says, are Tamatonga, or the Gorillas of Destiny, Tamatonga and Tangaloa still working without contracts? That I don't know. That I honestly don't know. I mean, Tamatonga just lost the Never Openweight Championship, so I mean, lost it on the first defense. So I mean, hey, guess it's not impossible, you know? Oh, well, when you look at that, Jackson Drake defeated Jay Malachi for the FSPW Championship. Well, uh-oh. That's a sign. That's a sign. But yeah, he's just getting ready to finish up so he can get ready to go to WWE in 2024, January. So, should be good. But honestly, I could probably see Will Ospreay in either Impact or TNA or AEW. One of those two promotions. But AEW, well, at least they have Yuka Sakazaki to look forward to because after December, she moves to the U.S. Full time. So we'll probably see more Yuka Sakazaki with AEW and probably ROH since she's still signed to AEW. So that'll be fun. That should be fun. But you know what? I gotta go ahead and address this. So it has been brought up that guess what, y'all? Bryan Danielson didn't break his orbital bone in the tag match against Okada. It actually happened in his match with Andrade El Idolo. Because they butted heads. They bumped heads. That's how the injury happened. So they got so many freaking fans out there that are just being like nasty towards Okada for that injury, all because it goes back to when they had their match, their singles match where Bryan Danielson had the arm injury and couldn't use his one arm. They blamed that on Okada and were just being nasty and offensive to him. I'm like, y'all need to freaking chill with that. Y'all need to chill with that. Injuries happen. It's unfortunate, but injuries happen. Like, to just target somebody like that is ridiculous. I understand he'll be out for the rest of the year, but it's like, dang, injuries happen. Mark Davis got injured again just recently, and he just came back. It happens. It sucks, but it happens. But to target somebody like that and be nasty and offensive, it's like, come on. Come on now. Make it sound like Okada has a history of hurting folks. Come on now. Some of these fans need to get a life. Like, seriously. John Elite says, I wouldn't be mad if Ospreay signs with the WWE. Wherever he goes, I'm happy for him. Main thing, as long as he's happy, I'm happy. I mean, like I said, I will never be a fan of tribalism. Especially in pro wrestling. I think it's the dumbest thing ever. You got so many fans out there, ugh, he went to WWE, oh, he sucks. What the heck? He stooped that low to join WWE. Oh, he stooped that low to join AEW. I'm like, dang. Like, maybe that's where they wanted to go. Maybe that's where they'll be happier. That's possible, you know? Like, some fans do the whole tribalism thing, and it's just stupid. It's not even your decision. Like, Some fans are just freaking dumb. John O'Lee says, I'm so happy that Edge kept Metalingus now that he's in AEW. Yep, he sure did. He sure did. Not sure how much we'll see him wrestle, though. I don't know. Edge is getting older. Edge is getting older. So we'll see how he does in his AEW career. John O'Lee says, you've talked about this stuff before, but I hate this tribalism stuff. Yeah. 100%. It sickens me. Like, you have fans out there that will support a wrestler, but then as soon as they go to a promotion that they normally don't watch, don't know anything about, or they just don't like, then they turn on them. Like, oh, they suck now. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, I'm not saying that fans should, have to keep up with every promotion. I mean, that's difficult in itself. But don't be so freaking close-minded. Like, there are other promotions besides WWE that exist. Hello. But yeah, it's freaking annoying. But speedy recovery for Bryan Danielson. I don't know. He may want to think about retirement, but he knows his body more than I do. So that's all I can really say to that. ROH has Final Battle for December. ROH, I mean, they do the weekly shows, but you know, maybe they should take it up a notch with the pay-per-view shows. But hey, at least Final Battle will be free for those that subscribe to Honor Club. So at least that's cool. That's really cool. But yeah, ROH has been doing the weekly stuff, and you know, they've been showcasing all sorts of talent. So that's at least good to see. You know what I mean? That's really good to see. Let's see. Definitely looking forward to Sendai Girls. Sendai Girls got 2 big shows coming up. Definitely looking forward to. And, you know, I have to say, I've really enjoyed the Joshi promotions that I've really gotten into ever since the beginning of this year, especially ones that I never had seen before. It's been a good year. It's been a really good year for really checking out promotions that I've never seen before. John Elite says, what's this minion training stuff that Billy's going through on ROH with Athena? I'm not really feeling it. I'm not really feeling it. Since they've kind of helped each other out against like interference from others and such, they've kind of stuck together. But I'm really not a fan of the whole minion thing. If anything, I just see it as another way of just prolonging Athena's ROH Women's Championship title reign. That's really all that I see it as. So, yeah, that's really all I see it as. But, I'm really... Let's see. Going back to WWE, trying to think. Remaining shows that they have for the year. I know they got NXT Deadline. I think that's the last NXT premium live event. Crown Jewel, we know, is this weekend. We know they have Survivor Series. And I'm trying to think. Are they doing an event in December? I don't think they have an event in December. Oh no, Deadline is in December. Okay, so... Oh, okay. Well, I guess Deadline is it, unless they just have another... Unless they decide to do a main roster event in December. But, we'll see. But right now they don't have one listed for December. Just Deadline, which is an NXT one. But yeah. John Elite says, how long has Hiromu held the IWGP Junior Heavyweight title? He has held it since... Actually, he's held it since Wrestle Kingdom. Yeah, he's had it since Wrestle Kingdom of this year. So, January 4th. Hasn't lost it since. So, he's probably going to have the title probably up to Wrestle Kingdom next year. Because, I mean, Master Wato won the Best of Super Juniors tournament, but he wasn't able to defeat Hiromu for the title, so yeah. Hiromu still has it. Had it since Wrestle Kingdom. Do we know if Survivor Series is War Games again this year? Yes. Yes. Word is that it is War Games. That it's going to be featuring War Games. So, yes. I am actually interested in seeing what that pay-per-view is going to bring. Because, you know, War Games, you know, Raw vs. SmackDown. I think it'll be good to see what kind of teams, you know, Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis put together. You know what I mean? John Elite says, with Aldis being SmackDown GM, could that hint at an in-ring return, but on WWE TV? Not anytime soon. I would think not anytime soon, to be honest with you. But you never know. But I'm going to have to say no for now. I'm going to have to say no for now. I wouldn't be against it, but I don't see it happening. Also, looks like The Miz is turning face. And is going to be feuding with Imperium. I did not see that one coming. Wow. But see, The Miz as a face is weird. Like, I think his heel work is tons better. I'm not sure if I'm down to see The Miz as a face again, to be honest with y'all. I mean, the last time I really remembered him as a face was when, you know, he kind of had the segment with Claudio. Claudio was a heel in his first stint in the WWE. But I don't know. The Miz as a face, I think he's a much better heel. 10 million times better heel. But that's just me. John Lee says, is Miz good as a face? Honestly, I don't think he's that intriguing as a face. I really don't. I don't think he's that intriguing. I really don't. I mean, not to mention, he's not even been a face anywhere near as long as he's been a heel. So that's got to say something. He hasn't been a face nowhere near as long as he's been a heel. So, I don't know. I think it just really, you know, I think Rhea Ripley's a lot better as a heel, to be honest with you. Miz was face during the feud with Shane, and even with that, it was kind of lame because Miz was getting his butt kicked. And that's another thing, too. Like, you know, as bad as he gets his butt kicked as a heel, he gets destroyed as a face. Oh, you mean you saying you like Miz as a heel? Gotcha. I think he's better, a gajillion times better as a heel than as a face. Like, I think it's like night and day. I think it's night and day. So, but that's just me. But I think it's night and day. Let me see something right quick. But I personally feel like maybe they'll end up doing something where they're Miz and DIY maybe feud with Imperium. That's what I'm thinking it's probably going to lead to. The Miz and DIY teaming up. But we'll see. John Lee says, I don't think Miz won a single match during this feud with Shane. I think you're right. I think you're right. Because I sure don't remember. I sure don't remember. But, oh, another good question. Do you see J.D. McDonough becoming a full-fledged member of the Judgment Day? Honestly, to be honest, I could see him getting in and Damian getting kicked out. I could see him getting in and either Damian Priest or Finn Balor getting kicked out, to be honest with you. Probably most likely Damian Priest. That's what I think. Because it's only a matter of time before Judgment Day blows up. It's only a matter of time. When will that be? Remains to be seen. Did Roman have the guillotine in his playbook when he was a face before the whole tribal chief gimmick started? From what I remember, no. I think that was when he became tribal chief, when he went heel. I think that's when he started deploying it. So, I'm going to say no. As a face, nah. But then again, I mean, Roman Reigns, I'm just ready for him to lose that title. There's no way that dude should have that title right now with as little as he defends it. Like, it's crazy. But guess it is what it is. John Lee says, I miss Finn in the trunks and his old music when he was just his normal self and not the demon. Oh man, I love this theme. Definitely love this theme music. Indeed. And I was also thinking, I think it's only a matter of time before Carmelo Hayes joins up with Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits. I could see that eventually happening. Yeah, I could see that happening. John Elite says, did we see barbed wire on WWE TV before No Mercy last month? I don't believe so. I don't even remember seeing barbed wire on WWE TV. That's not really normal for them, to be honest with you. But I could be wrong. But it's not really normal for them, for WWE. Hikaru Shida's got to defend the title against Willow Nightingale on Dynamite tomorrow. Uh-oh, that should be good. John Elite says, I don't remember Finn doing the finger guns and arms to the side during his entrance syndrome. He's done it, but he kind of faked it out. So he would act like he's going to do it, but he would fake it out. So he kind of did it for like the first little while, but then that's it. He hasn't really done it since. But he used to kind of fake it. So, yeah. But yes, interesting detail. But yeah, Sheeta and Willow, that should be really good. That should be really good. Of course, House of Black. Still loving what the House of Black has been doing. Although I do hope at some point the Hardy Boys do get a AEW World Tag Team title run, but they've been kind of on a losing streak. They've been on a losing streak lately, so that might not be anytime soon. Because they've been on a losing streak. John Lee says, does Sky ever smile when she does her entrance? She hasn't been smiling lately and been wearing wicked makeup. Well, because she got misted. Because she got misted by Julia Hart. And when that happens, the spell is casted. So that's why. She used to before any and all of that happened, but Sky Blue is slowly turning. And even Willow, same thing, because it happened to her as well. So I think that's what they're playing that up as. But yes, because she got misted by Julia Hart. So she put a spell on her. But so yeah, a couple of things to look out for. I know tomorrow we got the big announcement from Tony Khan. Have to see what this big announcement's all about. Should be interesting. But yeah, and like I said, once again, shout out to the new Joshi promotions that have been started up here in the United States. Shout out to Kitsune Women's Wrestling, Spark Joshi Pro Wrestling of America, and Skiban. Three of the most recent Joshi promotions that have started up here in the U.S. I hope those continue to go well. I believe Skiban's next show will be in December. Spark, maybe before the end of the year. I don't know. And Kitsune, I mean, the guys behind the Joshi Pod definitely wants to do some more shows, but you know, some of that last show was definitely sponsored by the fans. I mean, you know, folks made donations and stuff like that, helped sponsor wrestlers to be booked. So I thought that was pretty cool. But I tell you, when you're trying to book multiple talent, especially from overseas, it adds up. The expenses really add up. It's crazy. It's really, really crazy. So, but not wrestling related, but R.I.P. Matthew Perry, aka Chandler from Friends. Yes, indeed. R.I.P. Matthew Perry. Definitely did not expect that one to happen. That was crazy. That was really crazy how that went down. But I would have loved to have seen Ice Ribbon, their upcoming show, Prism Hall, get a link for that, because I would love to see that show. But it's not up on their site. Boo. Oh well. It is what it is. And I really wish Pro Wrestling Wave was a lot more accessible instead of me having to get a dang on Nico account. They used to live stream, but that's been long gone. Oh well, it is what it is. But yeah, oh yeah. Also, you know what? Let me talk about some shows coming up that I'm looking forward to. Yeah. So I know, oh yeah, Impact Wrestling Turning Point is this Friday. I also heard word that Alex Shelley has a severely pulled muscle. So I don't know how incredibly serious it is, but hopefully he doesn't have to miss a lot of time. But if so, then that's big. Because, you know, Alex Shelley is the current Impact World Champion. So, something to keep an eye on. You got NJPW Power Struggle this Saturday, which, like I said, the finals of the Super Junior Tag League. Yeah, there's a lot this weekend. Impact Wrestling Turning Point, Power Struggle, Crown Jewel this Saturday. So, yeah. Busy weekend for pro wrestling. John Lee says, has there been any update on Eric of the Viking Raiders? Yeah, still injured. I don't know the details of the injury, but yeah, word is he's probably going to be out for a while. But yeah. Yeah, it apparently, from what I last heard, that it was bad. I just don't know how long he's going to be out, but like on how severe the injury is. From what I've heard, it's bad, and that he's going to be out for a while, for a good while. I just don't know how long. So, yeah, it's a bummer. It's a really big bummer. Let's see. I'm looking forward to, like I said, November 10th. That's NJPW Lone Star Shootout. That's when Mayu Iwatani will defend the IWGP Women's Championship. Oh yeah, DDT Ultimate Party 2023. That's going to be huge because that is Saki Akai's retirement match. Her last match before she officially retires. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. The card for that is huge. And that's also the same show where Chris Jericho will face Konosuke Takeshita on DDT. So that's going to be really, really big. That is November 12th. Oh man, that's the same day as the DPW World's Strongest show. Ooh. Yeah, I might not be able to watch that until Monday. Oof, so much to watch. John Lee says, Ivar has been putting on some good matches lately. Well, you got to remember, you know, back in ROH, when he was Hanson, before him and Eric ever got together and became War Machine, he put on some pretty banger singles matches, especially in the Top Prospect tournament. Oh yeah, Ivar, yeah, he can hold his own in some singles matches. Indeed. Dang. November 12th is DDT Ultimate Party and the finals of the Goddess of Stardom Tag League. Jeez. Dang, that's a lot to catch up on. Oh my god. I feel like every weekend every weekend going into November is gonna be loaded with pro wrestling events. Like November 17th, 18th. That's Stardom New Blood West, Gold Rush 2023, and AEW Full Gear 2023. Friday, Saturday, Friday and Saturday. And then Monday begins the World Tag League. And then that following weekend is Survivor Series. Wow. Wow. Wow, that's crazy. Man, November is loaded. And then the TJPW anniversary show, December 1st. Man, that November is loaded with pro wrestling events, y'all. Y'all better, y'all might want to mark your calendars. Pick and choose. John Elite says, ELP and Hikuleo had me laughing during the press conference for Fighting Spirit Unleashed when they showed up as Bert and Ernie from Sesame Street. Yeah, they definitely had the highlight of that entire press conference, for sure. Definitely had the highlight. I'm still also really hoping that, oh yeah, Momokogo, like to see her return to the ring. I would even more like to see her on an excursion to the U.S. But that's just me. But yeah, like I said, that Stardom Halloween Dark Night show, that show was trash. I just got to keep it real. Just got to keep it real. But I think that's all that I got for tonight, and it is getting a little bit late. John Ellie says, I never knew Shingo was good at speaking English. I kind of figured he picked up a decent amount, especially ever since Dragon Gate used to do shows, through Dragon Gate USA. They had that tour in the US, and, Shingo was part of that. So I think over the years, Shingo has definitely picked up some English. So I wasn't too surprised. I just think over the years, because he has been in the States a good number of times, I think he ended up picking up a decent amount of English. I can't say that, who knows? He probably knows more English than Hiroshi Tanahashi, maybe. But I just think along the way he picked up a decent amount of English. But yeah. I can't say that I was too surprised. But yeah, just a lot to look forward to. Hey, what's up, Joe Valesco? I'm sorry, but out of topic, the Raiders... Whoa! The Raiders fired Josh McDaniels? Dang. Well, jeez. My dad was never a fan of him as a coach, so I know that'll probably make my dad happy. So, dang, they pulled the trigger on him. Wow, that's crazy. Thanks for the update, Joe Valesco. I did not know that. John Lee says, did Ibushi ever speak English during his little stint in WWE, or did they have a translator for him? Translator. Yep, definitely had a translator. Shoot, he didn't even know. He didn't even really know who Vince McMahon was. But yeah, translator. Definitely a translator. But, I know. Oh, wow. So I just saw the update, Joe Valesco. They're naming linebacker coach Antonio Pierce as their interim head coach. Wow. Sorry to get off topic, y'all, but I had to read that. But, let's see. Akira Tozawa speaks great English, and I've met Akira Tozawa, so he definitely speaks great English. Shinsuke Nakamura, his English is pretty good. Asuka speaks pretty good English as well. Io Shirai, her mother's an English teacher, so Io speaks good English. Kyrie definitely picked up some good English during her first stint in the WWE. So yeah, and I met Kyrie. So yeah. Joe Velasco says they also fired the GM too. Ugh, yikes! Dang. How did Dame get traded to the Bucks? Hey, nowadays, John Elite, I don't question like NBA trades because you got so many folks doing super teams. I mean, shoot, James Harden is going to the Clippers, and now they'll have Harden, George, Kawhi Leonard, and Russell Westbrook. So at this point, I'm not surprised when trades like that happen in the NBA. It does not surprise me anymore. It used to, but nowadays, it doesn't surprise me anymore. But at the same time, let's keep it real. Dame had to get out of Portland. He wasn't going anywhere. He wasn't going anywhere, nor would he be in a contention for a championship if he stayed in Portland. John Lee says, is Julia good at English? To be honest, I think she only knows a little bit. Because I definitely don't think she knows as much as Momokogo. But I think Julia knows a little bit. Because I mean, when it comes down to it, she was, she's Italian, Japanese, half Italian, half Japanese, but English born. So it's interesting because, and the thing is, she has an Italian father, Japanese mother. So I'm not so sure that she's spoken a lot of English. I could be wrong. But, yeah. Italian father, Japanese mother. Yeah. Kenta. I think Kenta knows a little bit. Actually, you know what? He probably knows more than a little bit. I mean, he's even spoken English in the WWE, so I mean, I think he probably knows more English than we think he may know. I'll say that. Yeah, I think he may know more English than we think he may know. Kushida speaks English. He speaks pretty good English. And even with a lot of the Joshi wrestlers that I've met, I mean, Miyuki Takase speaks pretty good English. Mizuki, her English is all right. Yuka Sakazaki, Hikaru Shida speaks great English. Let's see. Jungle Kiona speaks pretty good English. I've met her 3 times. She speaks pretty good English. Maya Yukihi, her English is okay. Hiroyo Matsumoto, she speaks pretty good English. Maki Ito, her English has been getting better. Definitely her English is getting better. Mina Shirakawa. Yes, she speaks English. She speaks good English. Yeah. Yeah, Mina Shirakawa is one of those in Stardom that you can confidently depend on to speak English. Yes, she speaks English. I think the main 3 that you can count on, Mina Shirakawa, Momokogo, Waka Tsukiyama. And I think Lady C. I could be wrong, but I think Lady C as well, because I think she was a teacher. I think an English teacher. Hold on, let me see. I think she was an English teacher. Oh no, she was an economics teacher. Economics teacher. Okay. So I don't know. She can speak some English, but I could be wrong. But yeah, Mina Shirakawa, Waka Tsukiyama, Momokogo, those are three that you can depend on in Stardom that speak good English. I mean, after all, Momokogo with the NJPW Strong Women's Championship tournament, she did her promos in English. You know, she did her promos in English. I remember a vlog that Thunder Rosa did where she was doing some Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu training, and Mina Shirakawa was part of it, and yeah, she speaks good English. Speaking of which, Thunder Rosa, the word is that Thunder Rosa is cleared. They just don't have anything storyline-wise for her. But Thunder Rosa is cleared. She is cleared. Have you mentioned Mayu? Mayu speaks a little English. I remember she's done a promo before in English. I remember because it was when she challenged Bea Priestley for the World of Stardom Championship. When she beat her for it, she did a promo in English. She didn't say a lot of words, but she did do her promo in English. But yes, Mayu speaks a little bit of English. I remember she did a video where she introduced herself. She told her age, and she talked about her pets. Because, you know, she has a cat and a dog named Porch, and a cat named Sora, I believe. But I know her dog's name is Porch. She has a dog named Porch. Great Okan? You know what? I don't know. You know what? I actually don't know. I think so. Maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit. I know. Oh, Katsuhiro Shibata. He speaks a little bit, but I think he probably speaks a lot more than we know, because we have to keep in mind Katsuyori Shibata was the head trainer for the New Japan Pro Wrestling LA dojo. So I think Shibata speaks a good, decent bit of English. I would think. But yeah, Great Okan, maybe a little bit. Maybe. Yeah, I'm trying to think of anybody else. I think Okada speaks a little bit of English. Okada. I've seen Naito speak a tiny bit of English. I know he did in a little quick mini interview with Alicia Atot. He spoke a little bit of English too. Said his favorite food was Subway. He really likes Subway. Whenever he's traveling to the States, he likes Subway. Ooh, Takeshita. Konosuke Takeshita. He speaks good English. He actually speaks good English. I remember I've met Takeshita twice. He actually speaks pretty good English. Yes, indeed. Mei Saruga. She speaks good English. Emi Sakura speaks great English. Let's see. Miyu Yamashita. Her English has been getting better. I remember meeting her. I've met her twice, and she's definitely been speaking it better. So Miyu Yamashita. Evil. I think Evil does because Evil has had quite a number of trips to the U.S., especially ROH. So I think Evil has picked up some. I would think. Shota Umino, don't know. I have no idea. I've never really heard him speak much. So yeah, I'm not too sure about Shota Umino. Let's see. Who else have I met? Because there's a lot of folks. Like I said, I was really impressed with Mizuki. Like, her English definitely got better. Yuya, he did when I met him. He actually spoke pretty decent English when I met him. Yeah, yeah, during his time in the U.S. because he did do a DPW show, Carolina Classic last year that I attended, and I met Yuya Uemura. Yeah, his English is pretty decent. Yeah, he spoke a little bit. Oh, Yuji Nagata and Satoshi Kojima. I met both of them. They speak good English. They both speak good English. Yeah. Of course, Keiji Muto, the great Muto, speaks good English. You know, he speaks pretty good English. Met him. That's pretty much everybody that I can think of off the top of my head. Unless you have some more names you want to fire off. But yeah. The interesting thing about Hiroyo Matsumoto, I remember doing a cameo with Mia Yim, and she was talking about how when she first met and wrestled Hiroyo Matsumoto, she spoke good English. So I thought that was really interesting. But yeah. Hiromu, yeah, he speaks a little bit. He definitely speaks a little bit of English. I remember because you know when he spoke to when he was hosting the All Star Junior Festival, especially in the U.S. Yeah, he spoke some English, and even when I saw him live through New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong High Alert when they came to Charlotte, yeah, he spoke some English as he was going around to the crowd. So he knows some. I think he definitely knows some. Sonata, I think he knows a little bit, especially with his time in TNA Impact. I think Sonata had picked up some English as well, a pretty decent amount. Let's see. Got any other names? Oh, apparently Takumi Aroha speaks a little bit of English. Inoki, as in Antonio Inoki? I believe so. I believe so. Even Kenta Kobashi spoke a little bit of English. I know when he was a special guest at West Coast Pro, the 5th anniversary, he spoke a little bit of English. But Antonio Inoki, I think so. I think. I could be wrong, but I think so. Minoru Suzuki, I think he I think he understands more than he speaks, but I met Minoru Suzuki and I was scared. He didn't really say much, but he extended his hand. It was nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Shook his hand. So that was cool. That was really cool. So, but yeah, Minoru Suzuki, I don't think he speaks much English. Very, very, very little. Very little. But I have met him, so that was pretty cool. Um, who else? Yeah, I think that's all I got off the top of my head. Yeah, I think that's all I got off the top of my head. Ooh. Ooh, Shuri. I'm wearing Shuri. I think she speaks a little bit. I think she might know the simple stuff, but I don't think she speaks much English, but I think she might know a little bit. I think she knows a little bit. I mean, after all, she was a former UFC fighter, and she's fought in the U.S. plenty of times. I would have loved to have seen her when she fought that one time in South Carolina. Oh man, I would have loved to have been there for that. Man, that would have been so cool. Not saying that I would have gotten a chance to meet her, but I'm just saying that would have been really freaking cool to meet Shuri. I would love to meet Shuri. She's like currently one of my favorite Joshi wrestlers right now. Which I know right now they pretty much have her, leader of God's Eye, and she's kind of, watching over slash babysitting Saki Kashima. But, I mean, she's done quite a lot in Stardom already to this point. So, I mean, there's no telling what's next for Shuri, especially after the Goddess of Stardom Tag League ends. But we'll see. But I think that's all that I have, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, definitely, this was good to get back on here. I'm going to try to do more pro wrestling live streams. But I definitely wanted to get back on here and have some general pro wrestling discussions. This was really good. This was definitely really good. So I appreciate y'all coming out. Don't forget to check out the link for Game Beauty in the description. Do some shopping if you like. Check it out. But yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, follow, all of the above. I'm on Facebook and on YouTube. But yeah, this was a lot of fun. Hope y'all enjoyed the live stream, and thanks for chatting it up with me. But that'll do it for tonight. For another Pro Wrestling Talk live stream brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on Facebook and the U to the Tube. My name is Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. Hope everybody has a blessed evening. Happy wrestling. See y'all in November. Well, technically, right now it's November because it's late, but we made it, y'all. So I will see you very, very soon. Behave now.